Are there actually things to look forward to in the upcoming months? Hello, and welcome to another edition of Shine 365, where our job is to help you live a better life. Today, we'll be reviewing an article by Outside Magazine, Tell Me Something Good, and it is by Ryan Crow. Here's the heading: People are actually pretty decent. I don't care what the cynics say. Some of the cynics have a low opinion of humanity. What's my opinion of humanity? I think there's hope. I think no matter what, humans are decent individuals. Sometimes we abuse powers, but deep down inside, we have good hearts. Some cynics think that people are mostly bad and innately selfish. I've been accused of being selfish myself. I think we all have been at one point or the other. Yet research supports the opposite view. It was survival of the friendliest, not the fittest, that caused Homo sapiens to rise to where we are today. Think about it. If we didn't help each other, we wouldn't survive. We need to help each other to survive. Bregman has written 4 books, but is perhaps best known for a verbal clash that went viral after he spoke at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland in 2019, where he called out wealthy attendees for tax avoidance. Okay. His writings and historical research are revolutionary. He says that by daring to be so radical as to believe that humans are good, you'll not only start feeling better, but your everyday life will improve too. Who would have thought? If you have hope, you feel better. Now, I'm being a cynic here, but I truly believe it. And I know there are some that dwell on putting other people down to put themselves up. But I'm under the belief that if we raise everyone up, we will all be better off. Let's go back into this article and see what he says. In the wake of 2020, Bergman shares his insights on why he still has faith in humanity. It was very easy to become cynical and pessimistic, especially in the few weeks of the pandemic, when people started hoarding toilet paper. But the real headline that we need to see is this explosion of cooperation and solidarity. The vast majority of people around the globe quite radically adjusted their lifestyles in order to stop the virus from spreading. This involved millions of people adjusting their lifestyles to give other people the chance to survive through the pandemic. And we're not there yet, but with vaccines and different things, we're getting very close. Millions of children have to read The Lord of the Flies at school. It's a pretty cynical story. And it turns out there was a real-life example. In 1966, 6 boys from Tonga in the Pacific Ocean borrowed a boat to go on an adventure, and they ended up shipwrecked. And the crazy thing is that these teenage boys managed to survive there for 15 months. When they were finally rescued, they were perfectly fine. They were healthy and still the best of friends. Still friends. So the real Lord of the Flies is a story of friendship, resilience, and hope. When in doubt, always assume the best in other people. Statistically, you'll be right most of the time. You should also do it because of what psychologists call a non-complementary effect. A simple summary is this: if you harm or antagonize me and I respond in a positive way, it will be very hard for you to stay negative. I love this. I love this. Let me give you an example, and I'm going to go back to when I was in high school. There was one person that didn't get along with me. There weren't too many, thank goodness, but this person didn't get along with me. We had our disagreements, and he did some things to hurt me in the process because he did not like me. Now, what did I do? Did I respond by doing negative things to him? No, I didn't. In fact, I did just the opposite. During a group outing, I helped him when he needed help, and he was so surprised. He looked at me and he said, "Why did you do that? I don't even like you. Why did you do that? Why are you nice to me?" And I said, "I'm going to try to be nice to everyone. And that's the best way to be." And his attitude changed, because it's hard to fight someone who's being nice to you. You see, because behavior, good or bad, is contagious. So if you're putting out good behavior, it's hard to have bad behavior come back to you. And this is such an important fact in everyday life. Do you really want to live your whole life in distrust? That would be irrational. So a lot of the evil in this world is done by people who believe they are actually doing good. When you research wars, for example, you find that most soldiers didn't fight in the name of sadism or some kind of ideology. They just wanted to not let their friends down. And I encourage people to think about what their view of human nature is and ask themselves, is it realistic or should I update it? You know, human nature. Is human nature good or is it bad? I would say it's good. Your view of human nature has personal implications that affect you. And I would say that 100% of the time, if you stay positive, if you treat people as you would want to be treated yourself, and if you believe in the future that we can all work together to get things done, the world is going to be in a much better place. Thank you for watching another episode of Shine 365. Please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. I appreciate your viewership. Look forward to the next episode. Shine 365.